According to new reports, staffers inside the White House are furious and very confused as to why in the hell Hunter Biden is actually sitting in on, quote, major meetings that President Biden has had this week. So what's happened is that, as we all know, over the weekend at Camp David, President Biden met with his family, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden. Hunter Biden was there. He met with some of his advisors to say, hey, had a horrible debate. What the hell do we do? And the general consensus among those people that were there, especially with Hunter Biden, is that, hey, your advisors are terrible. They're giving you bad advice. It's their fault, not yours. So Hunter Biden returned from this Camp David trip with his father to the White House, where, according to the reports, he's now kind of keeping an eye on the advisors. Let me read you this. One of the people familiar with the matter said Hunter Biden has been closely advising his father since the family gathered this past weekend at Camp David after Thursday's debate. The person said Hunter Biden has, quote, popped into a couple of meetings and phone calls the president has had with some of his advisors. Another person familiar with the matter said the reaction from some senior White House staff has been, quote, what the hell is happening? Hunter Biden, according to the report, has also been helping his father with, quote, speech prep. Now, technically, these are not policy meetings. These are not cabinet meetings as far as we know. These are just strategy meetings for the campaign. So there's technically not anything wrong with Hunter Biden being a part of these, provided they do not talk about official policy that the president is considering. At that point, yes, this does become a major problem. But let me go ahead and tell you the optics of this are friggin' terrible, especially at such a horrible time for President Biden. You have a son who, I know you love him and you should, he was just convicted of gun charges, right? Felony charges. He was just convicted. He is a convicted felon. And I will put it to you this way. Imagine for a second if Donald Trump Jr., while his father was in the White House, had a felony conviction and then immediately started showing up at White House meetings. Every single person on the left would be talking about that and talking about how disgusting and inappropriate it is. Every single one of us, every person watching this would be horrified and angry if Donald Trump had done this thing too. You cannot think that it's okay for Biden to do it and then, in that hypothetical, you'd be pissed if Trump did it. I know I would. I'd be doing a video about it. And I'm not happy that Hunter Biden's at the White House either. He shouldn't be. This should not be happening. And again, even if there's not anything technically unethical about it, my God, the optics of it. Biden's getting crushed in the polls right now. He's getting crushed in his own internal pollings. So he brings his convicted felon's son to keep an eye on him in the White House. Of all the stupid things you could do right now, that's probably at the top of the list. And that's why these staffers are so furious that this is happening. They see the writing on the wall. They're the people around him every day. They're the ones that have been telling us that they're freaked out. They believe they were lied to about President Biden's mental state. They're the ones updating their resumes according to reports because they know their time is ending at the White House at the end of this year. So maybe those people who see him every day, maybe we ought to start listening to them because I think they know things a little bit better than we do. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.